Welcome everybody. Today we're going to start you through and walk you through how to add the SMT mailing system on your WordPress domains hosted and built through SeekaHost app. And James is going to show you how to do that one. And it's pretty easy. And having that is really good because when you use SeekaHost WordPress hosting, you get free email for your domain. So knowing this system, adding, it's going to help you to configure it and start sending email then and there. Pretty much press button. James and me are going to walk you through into this podcast. And if you have any questions, if you're watching this on the live session, you can drop any comments. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you can ask any questions about if it's not clear. Link to the SeekaHost app is there. And James, let's walk through everybody and explain to what are the advantages of having this system. James, what did you find with having this one?
So absolutely. I mean, when I first started, I didn't actually understand how important it was. And I wasn't understanding why certain emails weren't going, anything from changing the administrator email. If you make a membership, a login, people weren't getting their lost passwords. And it actually took me quite a while to figure out that, how important this system is. Most mail will get lost before you actually configure. If you just leave it as none for the mailing system, unfortunately, most of the mail you send won't actually even make it to the spam folder in certain times. It just gets lost, it gets marked as spam. So it's super important to get this started. As Fernando said as well, not only that with SeekaHost, you can get yourself a free email that is it's relative to your domain. So it's not just going to be a Gmail or a Hotmail, it's going to be at your domain name, which looks a lot more professional. And that's really what you want people to be getting when they're getting an email from you. Should we get what we've got? So mail detected as spam, sign-in details change might be lost. Obviously, as I said, for memberships, it's extremely important. Logins, lost passwords, anything where somebody else might be a user on your website, or even for your own usage. You can set up MailPoet and other stuff like subscriptions, and all this needs to be able to be sent back to the recipient, and it needs to be obviously not marked as spam. So I think how to create a business email. Let's go ahead. Let's just show how easy it is on SeekaHost, just to actually get your business email first.
Yeah, James, let's show them from the back end how you would normally get it going really. So
yeah. So I mean, it's super quick and easy. You can do it within like a minute or two. Over here, when we're on the dashboard of SeekaHost right now, with every WordPress plan that you do get. If we just go to one, and we're going to be using Fitness 24 Cloud. We're going to go to the info here. You're going to get the option for a free business email. Now, again, this doesn't really require any configuring whatsoever. It's simply a case of coming on the right-hand side and clicking email accounts. As you can see there, that is going to be how it ends. So at fitness24.cloud, and it will, of course, go for whatever your domain is. And for the first bit, we're simply just going to put in info. So it's going to be info at fitness24.cloud. Not only does this look more professional for anybody replying, subscription replies or anything like that from your website, but it's also great from a business point of view. People know who you are. They know where it's coming from. Anybody could really just make a Gmail account and say, fitness24.cloud. However, this one is specific to the domain. So obviously we've named the first part of it. Prefix is going to be info. Then it's going to finish off with the domain there. And we're just going to set a password. So let's just set an easy one. Do it again.
Pretty easy to do that one. And
literally created the password just like that. Let's go create email. Hopefully I got both the passwords. No, I didn't get them right. Right, let me just do this 1 second. See if I've got enough passwords. Oh, at least 10 characters. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Lovely. So should have enough characters there. Special upper, lowercase, got to include all of that to, of course, make it a strong password. You don't just want anybody logging in as you on your mail. And obviously, as you can see here, we have now created it. In fact, if we refresh, most often than not, there we go, it's done. It's literally done within a few seconds. We've now got our email, we've got our password, and we can simply click the blue button to go log into our email. And it's really that easy.
Pretty straightforward. In a matter of seconds, it actually starts working. So
let's log into this as well, just to show you. So just quick, simple login. You can just save this to your favorites, and you can always just come back and check your mails. Just go save there. As you can see, you got yourself a free email address for your business with your domain straight away like that. So let's just go back to here.
James, send an email. I want to receive that email. Send to Fernando at SeekaHost.com or Fernando at clickdo.co.uk. I want to see whether I get the email, and so it's all set up. So anybody who's watching will see how easy to use this webmail option to send email. And yeah.
That's right, isn't it, Fernando?
Yeah, that's fine. Just send an email. Put a subject like new email address and stuff, so it doesn't go to spam or anything.
Let's see, and obviously this is going to be greatly improved as well after what we do now, because obviously at first, you know, you're going to be able to send emails. They may not go to spam, depending. However, once you have got it installed, it is pretty much going to go straight to your inbox. So that sent, it might take a few minutes. Obviously, being the first email that's sent out on here. It might take a few minutes to get through, hopefully, and then Fernando will let us know when it's come back. So that's all set up. As you can see, the setup is super easy. That's something on SeekaHost that, you know, it's not like cPanel, isn't it? It's very intuitive. It's very just, you know, easy options. Find what you need, get it sorted. You don't have to sit there for ages configuring it. All the hard work sort of done for you.
James, I just replied.
Yeah.
I got it immediately, and I replied to it. You a little bit. And,
nice. Yeah. So this might take a few minutes, obviously, to come back. So works the same way. So let's move on.
It's working. So which is pretty good.
Yeah. Perfect. So let's move on to the next bit. Obviously, we have just showed you how to log into SeekaHost. You got to go to your WordPress site, find the email, and create a new one. So we've just been over all of that stuff. Let's move on to the next one. So obviously, here comes the important bit. We've set up our free email with SeekaHost. How do we now set up our SMTP mail system so it doesn't get lost along the way? And that might be, obviously, a lot of people would have probably experienced this, just that frustrating thing of wondering, where is my email? You know, where's it gone? Why has no one received it? So for that, if I can move this. Sorry, the little thing covers the top of my screen. So we're going to be using a completely blank website here. It's on a domain, it's on a WordPress hosting site that we got here. And that, of course, only starts for as little as £1 a month on SeekaHost. So if you are looking for cheap WordPress hosting, go on over to SeekaHost.app. You're going to find it there. So for £1 a month, I got this hosted. Domain is it's a .cloud domain actually for this one. So I wanted to go a little bit different. But anyway, we have got.
Oh, you got a cloud domain?
Yeah. I tried it out with cloud domain. Actually, I thought it suits the domain quite well. You know, fitness24.cloud.
Okay.
Keeps it very short as well. I don't normally use them. Normally I go for a .com domain. This is actually, it's probably the only one that I've got like this. But you know, actually I thought it looks quite nice. Right, so let's go to the back end now. Anything you want to add so far, Fernando, before I go ahead with the SMTP
Straightforward
stuff?
Guys, like you saw it. And then also there are things like, James, go back to the presentation. And also, of course, on SeekaHost, if you kind of brief through people about what are the starting pain when you want to get a business email address, right? So if you don't have a domain name, you can go to SeekaHost.app to buy a domain. .com domains are just cheapest compared to most of the providers, $5.99. And if you go to buy domains page, even on the James, take them to the buy domains page. Right. So of course, when you search, you come to this page and you search whatever the domain you look will come available. And once you get the domain, next step is basically hosting the domain with one of the WordPress hosting plans. And so there are types of WordPress hosting plans on SeekaHost. You can see on even on the footer, it's linked type of WordPress hosting plans. You should get a WordPress hosting, managed WordPress hosting, because those packages, these two, PBN hosting is for private blog network hosting, and it's just for mini bloggers who just want to start a blog. But if you start one of these plans, cheap WordPress hosting plans, starting at $149, you get an email account. You can start it free SSL, just one-click installers, and all these things are there. And you need to get this inside. You can get it when you come to SeekaHost.app first time. You can sign in, grab one of the packages, host the domain. James done tutorials. If you look at the WordPress tutorials on the tutorials section, you can see if it's not clear for you. Even I published a couple of articles last few days showing exactly how anybody can get a domain, host it with WordPress, and build a WordPress site or a blog. Once you build it, it's the next step, of course. James showed you how to install, how to literally get in a matter of seconds an email address. It's a custom email address according to your domain name, which you can make James at fitness24, Fernando at fitness24, any domain name. You put it, build it, you log into the webmail inbox, which James took you, which is straightforward, you getting it. And that's about it, like getting a custom email address for your business. But James, I want you to explain, there are some things, maybe, I don't know whether you're going to cover it on that one. This email can also be added with and mapped with your Gmail, you know. I think even if you just locate it, your tutorial you done, I think it will be helpful for people. And
let me see if I can find it.
Very helpful for anybody who has a Gmail, how they can do a custom domain mapping and get that.
Oh, absolutely. It was something actually I didn't realize that we could do till not so long ago. I was sort of playing around, watched a few videos, and it's super interesting the way that it works. You can basically link your Gmail. Oh, close that down. You can link your Gmail that you have to your domain email, meaning that you can send straight from your Gmail account and it appears as your domain email. But not only that, because you're using Google, it's already pre-set up and it does just make its way straight to inboxes as well. You can also choose where you send it from. So when you're doing your Gmail email, you have a little drop down option. So if you want to use your normal Gmail, you can. If you want to use your domain specific one, you can as well. Let me just see if I can find it here. I know we've got a few. Oh, as another pointer, as we're going through it as well, if you are looking to learn your WordPress site, we have a complete tutorial on our YouTube, starting from lesson 1, which is all the way at the beginning here, and you can work your way through. It's numbered one after another until you hit the end, and you will have yourself a complete WordPress site, which is a super handy one. So do come and check out our YouTube as well. There we go, free business email creation with Google. Just turn that onto here. I'll see if I can get some good examples of what we're doing.
Add a link below of this video, James, so you guys can see the link in the description of this video explaining exactly how you can do this part. James show it step by step, and also there's a written tutorial as well. This is where if you have a Gmail, but now you bought a domain name, you want to make it a custom email thing because it's more legit. People like to deal with comparing to a Gmail. People like to see. So James at fitness24.com.cloud would be a much better email than having James at Gmail, where everybody comes and people don't take it very seriously. So even if you're a blogger, you're a business owner, startup, you're trying to build an online brand, try to do this one, get a domain, map up with your Gmail if you have already been using your Gmail and if you're used to it. And then what you can do is like you can start using it as a business email address.
Absolutely. As you can see on the screen there, obviously I've gone all the way to the end of the video, but you can see that it's from my Gmail, it's giving me the option now. It's saying, do you want to use admin at playminecraftservice.co, or do you want to use the actual Gmail there? So it's not like you're limited. It's not that now you have to send us that one. You simply have the option added. So I can, from this Gmail, obviously at the end of the video, I can now choose which one I want to do it to. So yeah, that's a super handy one. We will leave the link for that. I've copied it over just to make sure I don't forget. And yeah, just there's lots of little things that you can do. Obviously, this does require a little bit of configuring. So actually, you know, if you follow along with the video, you can do it the first time. It's just obviously, if you don't know, it's better to find out.
And if you're not clear with it, always ask on the live chat. Reach out to James, drop a comment, just shoot an email to james@seekahost.co.uk. He will help you. He'll jump on a call, Skype, or anything. He's happy to help you. And you can always ask our live chat support as well. So that's something you can easily get clarified.
Nice one. So with that, let's actually move on. There we go. So I've got to keep moving this because the Zoom call. Perfect. So with that all discussed, let's actually get to it. You have probably seen this option, and the two plugins that we are going to be using, if you don't know how to use the plugins, we'll show you in a minute, is going to be the WP Mail SMTP and the WP File Manager. Now, these two do usually come installed as default. If they don't come installed as default, we're going to go over to plugins. We're going to go to add new, and of course, just search them up. Use the right search bar. We're going to be looking for the WP File Manager, or of course, the WP Mail SMTP. Most of you won't have to do this as it is a default. So let's just go straight to the WP SMTP. You might have looked at this before. It can be a little bit confusing if you're not too sure what you're doing. Just make sure to come all the way down. Stuff like from a name as well, we want to fill out because that's what it's going to be appearing as on the email. So let's just fill this out as we go down. What do we want this to be? So fitness, information, and training. That looks pretty good. I think we're going to keep that for now. you're going to come down to here, and these are the mailers that you get recommended. Some are paid, some are free. The one we're going to recommend today is Sendinblue. What this allows you is it allows you per one site a free account. Basically, you have to pay more if you have multiple accounts, or of course just use multiple emails. So we're going to be using the Sendinblue. Obviously, this isn't the only thing that you have to do here. Once we do that, we're going to come down, we're going to get Sendinblue for free. And from that, we're going to get the two important things to set this up, which is the API key and the sending domain. Without these two, it's not very well configured. So you're going to find your mail still might not get there if it's going to be sent straight from WordPress. So let's just go ahead. You're going to click the Sendinblue now for free, and it's going to bring you to this screen. Obviously from here, we're going to be using the email that we just created. So the info@fitness.cloud. Make sure I just get that right, because, well, this is the one that we want it to come from. There we go. So, oh, this screen zoom thing's a bit. There we go. So put in your email. When I do try and sign up for free, it will most likely log me in as another one. I'll have to come back. Oh no. Oh, yeah, there we go. So let me just log out. Sorry, this is only because I have a few multiple accounts on here. There we go. So now, same process again. This won't happen to you. This is only if you have multiple accounts or emails on there. I'm going to type in my email, sign up for free. Create your password. So I'm going to keep the password. Let's just put that there. Going to keep the password the same as my normal password on here, because it's just a test account, and we're going to go to create an account. Now, again, this is for free. It's going to take you to a page once you do verify, just to give you the options of packages as well, but we don't need to do that. So let's just log in. Right, in a second we should be, there we go. So we got our email from our new email address that we just created from Sendinblue. Of course, we want to complete our registrations, complete my email address. And here's where I'm going to send in our name and a phone number as well, because they're going to need to verify the phone number. So let's just do that, send the code, and I should. There we go, code sent through, and then you just have to verify. This is the only verification process that really you need to do this. All right, sorry, just a second.
Pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're almost done already. That is how fast it is.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's all verified. Obviously, you know, for future reasons, this will be shut down again afterwards because of the information on here. So company name, let's just put Fitness 24. Click here to put in a few more details. Let's just go with these details here and fill in your website. Right, HTTPS fitness24.cloud. Perfect. So that's your information done. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of the details now. Valid postcode. Let's try that one. There we go. So after that, we're going to fill in our team size. Obviously, we're just going to put 0 to 1. It doesn't really matter at this point. They're just trying to gather a bit of information about you. Business sector. Got one here, providing a service. How many contacts? Going to start with 0 to 300. One of the things with this is that you only get free up to 1,000 contacts. Obviously, after 1,000 contacts, then maybe you might be thinking about getting the paid version or another version. But yeah, it is up to 1,000. Let's see if we've got fitness here. Fitness, health, style, training. Do we sell online? No. And check this if you do want any of the emails coming through to you. If you don't check that. And I'm pretty sure that is now the end of the process. Now, as I said earlier, you can choose your free version. So I'm going to continue with the free plan. If you do want a larger plan, which gives you, up to 10,000, 20,000 or more emails, that's completely up to you. So we're just going to go ahead with the free plan there. And we're now on our dashboard. So pretty much 90% of it has been done now. What we need to do is come on your top right where it says the name. We're going to click this. Go through this little screen, and we're going to come to SMTP and API. What this is going to do, we're going to create a new API key, and that's exactly what we need to obviously get this set up. So let me just move this a little bit more. You see here, we've got to create API key. Let's go ahead and click this. Going to name it. So let's put fitness, generate, and that's all it takes. We have now got our API key, only one more step after this, and that only takes a minute. So go ahead, copy that, come back to your website. Where are we? There we are. So that's the first bit done, API key, paste that in there. We've now got our API key ready. This now, at this point, if you do actually save it, will most likely work. It doesn't mean that it won't work. However, getting the sending domain inputted as well is, I do find that to be quite important. It does actually help as well. Let's see if I can find this. Sure, is there a way to move this? Oh, there is a way. There we go. Right, so if we come to API keys, so halfway done, API keys done. What we need to do now is we also need to generate the domain or register the domain. This bit, why is that not showing? There you go. So this bit does actually catch a little bit or a few people out because if you just haven't done it before, you're just not sure what to do here. So let's just go to senders and IP.
Yeah.
From here, we're going to go to domains, and what we want to do is go add a new domain again, and we're going to add the domain name, which is business24.cloud. Hit save. And what we need to do now is we need to host a file named this. Now, let me just show you how to do that. So we're just going to copy this exactly. Super easy to do this. You can open most things. I'm just going to use Notepad. It's easy. So open a Notepad document. Don't need to put anything on it. Go to File, go to Save As. And for the file name, simply paste in what you got there. So, you know, the numbers.html. Once you hit save, we can close this down so we don't need it anymore. This is now going to appear as like a internet file. Let's go to downloads. There we go there. So we've got the internet file. One thing to be quite aware of here is that if you have done this before, it's the same number and you get this HTML and then you get little brackets too, that won't work because it's looking for the exact
Good point.
Yeah, so I've done that before and it took me ages to figure it out. So basically delete the old one, make sure that when this appears, it appears as the original one, not brackets too. So yeah, we got that there. We got that in the files. I'm done. Oh no, not done yet. Now we're going to return back. So I've lost myself a bit now. So where are we? Yeah, so we're going to return back to our WordPress site, and this is where we're going to need the second plugin, which is the WP File Manager, which we'll make sure we save that first. Nice one. So to the WP File Manager, and what we've got to do now is we've got to upload that document. Once we have, it can then verify that this is my website. I'm not just trying to do this for somebody else's website. To do this, right-hand click on Public HTML.
Yeah.
Go to Upload Files. Select files, and let's go to our downloads, and we can find this here. Double click that and it will only take a few seconds to upload. Once it's uploaded, all we got to do now is just return to this screen, file hosted, verify it. It should be pretty instant. There we go. I say it should be pretty instant. Let's see if it's uploaded properly.
What's it?
HTML. Yeah, that's uploaded properly. Yeah, I know this works. I've done a little test last night as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just taken a little while, but these are the exact steps. Even if this doesn't configure right now, because I've literally done this last night, those are the exact steps. So this basically will now have to wait a minute or two just for it to find it on our website. However, as long as it is the exact same there, which we'll just double check now. Once you do click that, come on, why are you not working?
Maybe do you need to refresh it or?
Let's see, I can't close this page down yet.
No, there is a cross, right? You can cross it.
Yeah. Right, let's try again.
Verify this domain, yeah?
One thing I need to do is just double check with the wording, make sure this is copied over properly. Oh, as you can see, actually, good point. Can you see there? It says Google 553. That's the problem. So, you know, that's how sensitive it is to the wording. Now, I'm not sure. I must have. So for this case, just in case you want to know what's going on at the moment, all we got to do is remove the Google. We got to make sure that this is matching exactly what they're looking for, which I don't think it is still. 5. Right, let's try that again because it seems to have copied over. That's better. So now that this is matching the exact one, we can now upload this. So let's just come back, delete the old. Delete. So same process again, and this really does show, even people that do it all the time, that how the wording has to be exact to the T, because that is going to be what it's looking for. There we go. That looks perfect now. So we've got the exact wording. I'm going to upload that. This should now be pretty instant if we click hosted file. There we go. Configured. So maybe not quite.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, that took a while. So that's configured now. We can click I'm done, and that is the complete process. You can test this out as well by going over to the SMTP mail. Of course, don't forget at this point to return back to WP mail and fill in your domain. So that's going to be the domain we added there, which is our domain, fitness24.cloud. Save the settings, and that's it. You're done. You can do a test email as well. Let's just do a test email here. Do it to Fernando again.
Yeah.
.co.uk. And we'll send that just to see if it comes through. Now, sometimes here, there we go. So we've got complete success. There's no error messages whatsoever, because sometimes it will also say, this also, Fernando, might take a few minutes for your first one. After this, they go pretty fluidly. But yeah, so sometimes you might even get a thing saying error, DNS record, MX records and stuff like that. However, check the email. Most likely than not at this point, or pretty much 99% of the time, it will go straight through, usually not finding itself in the spam mail either. That's all done. I
got the email nicely. Fitness information and
Oh, perfect. Showing up nicely as well. The name.
I'll just reply back to that same email.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure if we can receive the.
No, you will only get into the inbox, I think. But I got that. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So we'll refresh that in a minute. We'll come back. So that, guys, is literally it. As hard as it does seem to get sorted at first when you first log on to WordPress and you're thinking, well, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. That's the exact process. Follow it through. Obviously, again, you can see the importance of how you have to have the exact wording, because that is what it's going to be looking for. Once you're verified, that's it. You're verified. You can now send emails, even stuff like for the ad. A lot of people, I had it myself, I had problems with if you want to change the administrator email from your settings. You try and do it, you don't get an email through anywhere, you can't change the administrator. Once you've done this, that will now work, and that will solve a lot of your problems, a lot of annoyances as well.
Yeah, this is a really important thing. So for anybody who's having issues like your contact form emails are not working, this is something really important that you can always refer to. And we will link this up also on the tutorials page, but this is definitely the step-by-step approach to make sure your contact form and the emails, all the inquiries and things starts working on your WordPress site. So
perfect. Yeah, and it's instant. Your forms will now come in straight away as soon as you click it. It's nice. You can also, arrange stuff like the Mail Poet for subscriptions, and other services, stuff that when people subscribe, you want to send the emails outwards. And, all of this has to be set up previously. So we do suggest doing this at the start, really would be the best.
Nice one. So pretty much that's the steps, James, right?
That's it. That's it. Obviously, I think for our next podcast, actually, I may as well have a chat about it now. I was thinking about indexing and stuff like that.
Yeah, let me wrap up this thing. Let me shut off the live session. So anybody,
but for next week anyway,
sessions, and then likewise you can comment, ask any questions, share it. Like if you reach out to us for any questions you have about WordPress hosting domains with the SeekaHost app, we are happy to help you. And hope this video helped, and apply it if you're hosting with SeekaHost app and you want to make sure emails are functioning pretty fast and your inquiries, contact forms, and all those things are working smoothly. And we will be back with another podcast on subscribe for be notified on Facebook as well as on YouTube.